at the last national elections in 2019,
Yeah.
there were 17.4 million voters.
Yo.
17.4 million. Out of 26.7
eligible
million registered. Okay?
Yeah.
Out of a potential 40 million people aged over 18.
Yeah.
So 40 million over 18. Of the 40 million, 26 million registered. And then 17.4 million voted. We've got 62 million South Africans. So let me just do a quick
Do you even know
calculation.
if those 62 are actually South Africans?
We never know, Baba. 17 divided by 62. 27% of the country, of everyone living in South Africa, including children, 27% are the people that voted. So less than 30%. But to be more accurate, because we have to exclude the kids, 42%
Yeah.
of eligible voters voted, not even 50%. I'm not going to go into how many political parties were there, but let's just say 50
Yeah.
for ease, for people to understand. 17 million. Let's hold on to 17 million. And I'm going to go through the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go through the top 6 parties. So I'm doing it top 6 because from it top 6, you have 4 seats out of 400. Masi vote athina sivotela ukuthi abantu bayohlala on those chairs.
Yes.
That's maybe the most simplest way to explain to an ordinary person.
Yeah.
You are voting. Yes, they'll say you're voting for who will govern, who will rule, the lawmakers. No. You're voting for 400 individual human beings to sit on palms.
Yeah.
There. And those 400 human beings are meant to sit and decide on what's best for the country.
Yeah.
Not their political party, not for the poor, not for the rich, for the country.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, of those people, some do favor their political party. Some favor the poor, some favor the rich, some favor whites, some favor blacks. So number 6 has got 146,000 votes out of 17 million.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 has got 414,000 votes.
Yeah.
Freedom Front Plus, 10 seats,
Yeah.
414,000. Number 4, Inkatha Freedom Party, the IFP. 588,000 votes, not views. 14 seats.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It is, yeah.
Freedom Front 10, IFP 14.
Yeah.
I think Chief Mangosuthu Buthelezi was still alive at this time because he passed away last year, I think. That's the top 4. Now, if you look at the top 6, sorry. If you look at the top 6, 146,000, 414,000, 588,000. These are small numbers. This is not even a million of the 17 million. The top 3, Baba, I'm going to combine their numbers here for you before I read them. Over 15 million votes for the top 3 out of 17 million.
So 2 meter went to the rest.
To the rest.
Ew.
And let's forget 2 meter because of the other 3 that I told you, that's 1 meter. So the rest of the parties were chewing 1 meter.
From number 7, going there.
At number 3 comes the most popular political party on Twitter, the Economic Freedom Fighters, who have arguably the most popular political leader outside of a president, being Julius Malema. So they got 1.8 million of the 17 million. So it's almost 10% of the votes.
They got how many?
1.8 million votes, which gave them 44 seats. Ndlozi, Shibambu, Gadi, Mamkaula, I think Uringo sat in parliament at some point. They had Ufana Mkwena, all those people. They fall under this 44. Economic Freedom Fighters. So we were looking at 146,000, 414,000, 588,000. And these are human beings that are voting for these parties because they believe. You can be like, I'm a proud Zulu, ngihamba nenkatha. But it only came up to 588,000, of which I think there's 18 million Zulus in South Africa. The EFF got 1.8 million. I think it was their second elections, if I'm not mistaken. It jumps from 1.8 million to 3.6.
With DA.
With the DA. The reason I have to emphasize this is because we just spoke about how all the other parties outside of the top 6 come up to, you said 2 million or 1 million. Sorry.
After
because
the
the top 6, the bottom half, number 4, 5, 6 are 1 million.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it jumps from 1.8 to 3.6, which is 1.8 if my maths is not mistaken. It's double.
It's double.
Double the EFF's numbers. Of which, look, the DA's been around for long. They've been the official opposition. They had Musi Maimane as their face at that time. This is going to be the first time they have John Steenhuisen. 3.6 million votes, which has given the DA 84 seats. 84. From 3.6, we jump to 10 million out of 17.
Yeah.
It's like a angazi. We're not competing.
Yeah, no.
No way.
There's
and the
no
ANC here
conversation.
African National Congress comes up to 230. This I need to emphasize because we keep speaking about a coalition and 2024 is our next 94. If you look at the last elections, if all the other political parties decided to gang together and say, we will fight the ANC, they would only come up to 7 million.
So it means
they would still see flames to 10 million.
So they need about an extra 3-4 million people to vote for them so that they can be almost a coalition. For us to even have the discussion. Because if we're going from DA at 3.8 to 10, it's a lot of people.
So people need to understand that, let's say this year, it's a bumper year. Everyone wants to vote. And we get to 20 million people. Half of 20 million is 10 million. So if you are fighting the ANC, you want the ANC to get just under 10 million votes. But you're hoping that the other just above 10 million voters are not going, or the political parties are not going to give their votes to the ANC.
Yeah.